Hi there, everybody.
Hey everybody, welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
Mr. O with his hidden but very fancy haircut. And me, Banshee.
Well, if they watched Goth Tarot, they might have seen it.
Okay. Watch Goth Tarot.
Yes, I did shear some locks.
And we got a birthday reading today from Gina.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. It's better that I say it rather than sing it. According to Mr. O, anyway.
Thanks, Gina.
Well, okay, we got a show. And I just got to say, this Mercury retrograde has been nightmarish. And I think even the weather, there's just...
Nightmarish.
Nightmarish is the word. We hear people in Michigan on, I think it's Threads, social media, saying really nasty things about what it feels like here in Michigan. I am not going to repeat them here, but it's a part of the devil's anatomy. That's all I'm going to say, that we are living in here. So,
Yes.
At any rate, it has been crazy.
But it's nice to see everybody. Thank you for coming
Yeah, it did begin on your birthday, Gina. Yeah. I don't know. This has been really a crazy one for me. I've had slight amounts of good luck and not so good luck. We've had more of. But the good luck for me, too, is my knee. My knee is 100% improved. I'm almost thinking it's normal, but I'm not going to treat it that way yet. So I'm not going to do anything too strenuous on it, but oh my goodness, 100% better. So I hope you had a wonderful birthday anyway, Gina, really. So this reading is for you, for your birthday. But wait a minute. We have to do the card for the collective first.
I knew you would know that.
Okay.
Oh, you did? That's
do you know what, Gina? I won $50 twice on the same ticket, 2 days apart. So I won $100 too since Mercury went retrograde. It's really bizarre. Some of the things have been happening just bizarre. So, but not unsurprising. Better move these with him here. Do you want any?
I may have one later.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good for you on this. Yeah, mine was on scratch tickets. They were on they were on 2 separate tickets bought at different times. And I was just so flabbergasted that it won twice like that.
Well, it's no surprise you were lucky on or around your birthday.
Absolutely.
A lot of people are.
I think that many people are. The week before, even the week after, the week of, definitely the day of.
That's right. Bound to be any second.
All right.
Don't disappoint us.
Our card for the collective is something we need during Mercury retrograde. Patience.
Indeed. May I read that little legend there?
Oh, yeah. And by the way, this is the Oracle of the Unicorns by...
Peace before you take action. Trust that divine timing is at work. Be patient and play while you wait.
Okay. Oracle of the Unicorns by
There's
Cordelia.
Kara.
Oracle of the Unicorns by Cordelia Francesca Braba. I love this book. I love this deck. Hi, Kara. We knew you would come. We were all just talking about that because Sunny showed up.
I have a theory.
All right, patience. I'm not going to read what he said. Now is the time to charge ahead with this project or opportunity. Now is not the time. I'm sorry. Now is not the time to charge ahead with a project or opportunity, no matter how excited you are or how good it seems. Boy, isn't that funny? Because Mercury's retrograde, I could add. The divine is at work putting more pieces into place so that your next step can unfold. You may be anxious that nothing is happening with this situation and wonder whether you should be doing more to make it happen. Rest assured, the opposite is true. You've done the work, you've set your intentions, you've made your requests to the universe. There's something just around the corner that needs a little more time to materialize. It is time to hold space so that your manifestation can occur. Let go of when or how that should happen. Release any concerns about missing out. You may not see any progress on the physical plane, but plenty is happening behind the scenes. Trust that whatever is coming will be in the perfect form and at the perfect time for you. The gentle unicorn encourages you to relax into this period of waiting, knowing you will need your full energy when the time to act arrives. And that's just my advice generally during the Mercury retrograde. Be patient. Do some planning. Do some behind the scenes stuff. Set the stage for what you want to do. And then relax a little bit. Relax. And wait till the universe rights itself again.
Well, there are maybe some specific things that each Mercury retrograde may have in store for us depending on our own interaction charts and all that. But there's kind of a default idea behind Mercury retrograde for everybody, and I think it's about patience. So Well played.
Well, and, we have to be patient too and wait for the right time for things to unfold. I mean, on some sense, that could even be on the political level, that, hey, some people want change. Well, wait and vote in the primary, vote in the upcoming elections, be patient, and do the work. So it applies to a lot of things. So good luck with that, and see how
Everyone.
it applies to your individual lives. All right.
So it's time to do the birthday gift spread for Gina.
The birthday gift spread. So, Gina, this reading is, of course, good for your entire solar year, starting, now-ish with your birthday. And it is good till your next birthday. And you can look at this anytime. You'll know where to find it, what date to find it on. And it will always be here in our archives.
And of course, it takes into effect things of the last year to some degree.
I see what you're saying about your barn dominium there, and I don't know. Somebody on Twitter keeps posting barn dominium, floor plans and pictures of the exterior, and they look really fantastic. And I'm sure those are things that are maybe built brand new. But people who are building it from existing structures, I'm sure, are going to have a wonderful space. All of these things look really, really nice.
So I'm using my new deck. I think it's relatively new, the Whispers of Time. I love this deck. It's very beautiful. It has a lot of an old world charm about it. And let's go.
So Kara's the only one that popped in, right?
Yes, that is
Got
correct.
you on the list, Kara.
All right. So, the birthday gift spread, card 1, the gift you received last year that you can use to make the most of this year. And it's the King of Swords.
Wow.
And the King of Swords is upright. And the King of Swords says the gift of last year was really being able to trust yourself with your decisions. Maybe you always do in a certain way, but this may amount to a particular period or a particular decision or question process that was going on. And so in effect, it could even represent the idea that this was sort of a decision about a life change or a life movement for you.
Oh wow, Gina, that's something to consider there.
Oh dear. Yeah.
Well, and you never know until you start getting immersed in something what else could pop up. But I think here overall you have learned to take decisive action on those decisions that you feel are right for you. And you're carrying that mindset over into this next year. I think it has served you well in the past, and as you're dealing with issues such as this, it will serve you well, in your year ahead.
All right, so card 2 is the gift of the present moment. And it's the Ten of Cups. And I think the present moment's gift says you feel an incredible amount of unconditional love around you at this point. It's the love of your friends, the family. It's the love of the community. It's the love of so many things. And you feel just like you could reach out and really trust anyone, or feel that people should really trust you in this endeavor too. You just feel like you are extending your human kindness everywhere you can.
Well, there's a sense of family, of camaraderie, of good feelings generated from the people that you feel, are part of your tribe. And there seems to be a lot of harmonizing going on and good times. I really feel that this is good times, and that maybe some relationships, to some extent, have become firmer or more solidified in your life.
All right, card 3. The gift.
That was the gift of the present moment, by
Right.
the way. And now is the gift from your connections with others in this next year.
And it's the wheel.
Wow.
The Wheel of Fortune.
Wow. Well,
pretty
it's
picture.
clear. Wow, there's lots of things I can read into this, but the obvious one, and I might backtrack and say a little more, but the obvious one is, your connections with others will prove lucky for you or very fortunate to you in this year ahead. So foster them, because they will bring you good luck.
I think people are also willing to be supportive of you as you go ahead. This is about your movement forward, and I think there's a lot of goodwill extended towards you, and it does translate into a sense of luck or feeling of people really appreciating your movements or seeing only good for you too.
I also feel here, and this is just something that popped into my head, so I gotta say it. So I think here that could also indicate to me that maybe you'll be attending some type of celebrations that involve maybe a coming of age or a new chapter in somebody's life, etc. Something like that.
A spin of the wheel.
Like a wedding
forward.
or a birth or, whatever. A retirement, right? Something like that.
All right. Card 4 is the gift that will help you work on, achieve, or move forward on your dreams or goals. It's the upright 10 of Pentacles.
Wow.
Isn't that pretty? Look at that. I just love that.
Well, it's your management of what will help you work on your dreams and goals. For example, even the barn dominium project, right? Because that's a major goal of yours. Your management of your finances, the way you are managing money and wealth and your properties is going to be very important to achieving your goals. And it seems like you're going to have everything under control.
Oh, no kidding. That's really cool too, Gina.
Wow.
And hi, Alicia.
Well, I felt it, Gina. I felt something about a celebration. So that's cool. That's very cool.
For me, when I look at that too, and there's always this like really strong kind of connection between people around you that may or may be a sense of family. And of course, that may be different for you, but still it's there. The idea that there's really a foundation around you of support. And that maybe to some degree you really are in the center of that you're that person that represents, the patriarch or matriarch of a community or of a situation. So I think can only say that what's going on as you're moving forward with your goals is that there's just a lot of support from yourself or with everyone around you. You're your own best support team too, in a way.
Okay, so card 5 is the gift from your spirit guides and or ancestors. What do they want you to know or keep in mind in the next year?
Okay, so she's a little stern looking, but it is the Empress.
Oh.
I still like her.
Well, what they want you to keep in mind is to be kind, be generous, giving of yourself. Use this, they would like you to be, fruitful and productive and reap the rewards from that in this year ahead. They feel that you are very creative, smart, and they support you in what you're trying to do.
They could be saying that what they cast over you or their influence over you represents a sense of a Mother Earth or Mother Nature kind of persona. Somebody that's just the great mother, that somebody who has unconditional love, or they feel that is you and your interaction.
What do you think? Could that be her mom?
Well, why not?
It could be a mom, a grandma, somebody with a very nurturing, whoever, it could even be your dad, whoever's really very nurturing towards you. There's this nurturing energy that's coming from your spirit guides and ancestors right now. So maybe you have an idea of what that might be. They're going to be very supportive, possibly giving you little bits of inspiration in this year ahead.
If you have any kind of an ancestor altar or special place, you might want to say a special prayer for your mom.
All right, what's next?
The final card is the gift this year ultimately gives to you, Gina. What lessons have you learned, or what progress or growth have you achieved by this year's end? And it's our dubious card, the Hanged Man.
Yeah, okay, that's great. Do you want to say what I'm going to say? This year will have given you much to think about.
You'll be hanging around.
I think there's a lot to ponder with everything, that looks like it's falling into place here. Where do you go next is maybe you're going to be looking at the broader, the bigger picture of things in your life and really assessing things. I think that you're going to be looking at everything that has happened, everything that you have gone through for better or worse, and using that to propel you into a more, an even better year forward.
Well, this is maybe, saying that at the end of this year, you put yourself there, like Banshee likes to say, on the tree to assess yourself, to study yourself, and realize, that things come sometimes at a personal cost or at a cost that you will find is worthwhile. Whatever sacrifice or whatever you feel, is an exchange on some level, you realize it is for the good, that it was meant to be in a way. And there's your own sense of nobility that harkens to what some of these other cards said about you, in your own earth-centered kind of persona that you have.
So it looks very interesting to me, and whether that Ten of Pentacles has anything to do with the Barn Dominion project or not, it seems as though you're going to have what you need because of how well you're managing your resources to take on whatever's necessary to achieve whatever goal that may truly be about. Wow, I just think it's a really power-packed year, and, feel free to come back and look at this at any time, and I wish you success, because it looks like an incredibly successful year for you.
Good for you.
Good luck
Thank
with
you so
that.
much, Gina. It's such
Thank you for
wonderful knowing
everything,
you.
and you will be hearing from me eventually. I swear. But now I'm not going anywhere because of the stupid weather, but soon, oh soon.
Already.
All right. Absolutely, Gina. I hope you enjoyed it. And
Thank you.
have a great solar year. Gotta say it. You're gonna have one. Good luck with that. All right.
And we did see you earlier, Alicia, so good evening to you, or whatever time of day. I think you're more towards the evening by now or soon.
All right. Yeah, sorry about that, Alicia. I gave you a half-hearted high wave there, but we're in the middle of a reading, so... All right. We're on Libra cusp. And let me get the list out. Yeah, Gina, I'm looking at my computer and it says 93, and it's usually off a little bit here. I usually trust the Weather Channel more than what's showing on my screen.
Yes, with the dew point, we are like 102 to 105, somewhere in there.
We're probably about 99 right now with dew point. I think it's gone down a little bit. But oh my gosh, it was a scorcher today, and tomorrow was supposed to be better, but it's not. It may even be worse. So I'm kind of disappointed by that.
Detroit metro area kind of locks in the heat. It's worse in the inner city too,
Oh,
in the inner place.
absolutely.
They had grid breakdowns too. A lot of people without any kind of relief from this heat.
Yeah, I think
Hi,
we've all got
Ladybug.
hit pretty much the same. Hey, Ladybug, I'll get you on the list. So, did I post the question there? I did. What's coming my way?
Yes, Libra, and that's going to be your deck.
Oh, that's right. All right.
Don't forget to watch my emotional exchanges tomorrow. I'm now doing a new format for every sign of the zodiac. The emotional tone or feel of the week, the emotional rescue, what saves you or helps you in your emotional distress, And will someone say, I love you? The emotional exchanges at 7 a.m. on Friday morning.
I just wanted to throw out there that we had a really interesting Goth Tarot episode together, I thought.
Yes,
The
you
reading
should
was very
watch
deep.
Goth Tarot if you haven't.
So for those people out there who may have issues with resolving family stuff from their childhood, etc., you might want to check it out. It was a rather interesting one, I have to say.
Right, family loyalties is the shadow work we will be doing for the entire month, and so we opened on Wednesday's episode with Banshee guest starring, and I think there's a lot of good work there, so if you're interested in shadow work, check that out.
All right, I'm going to start with my... Which one is this? Jeopardize Tarot for Libra.
Those grapes are delicious, Banshee, thank you.
Oh my goodness. Where'd they go?
I think you
Oh.
moved them. I'm not sure why you did that, but
Well, because of him, but he doesn't
yeah,
care
he
about
looks like
grapes.
he's really interested in them.
If we want more.
I'll have another. You would not like them, Sonny.
We're trying to stay cool here, eating light. Um,
Yeah, we had a nice little salad with some tuna.
oh, and by the way, everybody, in case you didn't notice, in honor of Taylor Swift's wedding, I'm wearing a shirt kind of themed on her. It's from the only song I really know or like of hers, the anti-hero one. And it says, "Hi, it's me. I'm the problem, it's me." And it fits me perfectly. I always like that line. Anyway. So, but the reason I'm doing that is because of what's going on in our country. I plan on wearing black on July 4th, which is her wedding day. So I figured I'd get in the swing of Taylor Swift early.
That's very interesting, Banshee.
All right.
That sounds about right, Gina. Yeah, we're about the same. For what it's worth.
I don't know what to think about these spectacle weddings, though. I want to give her a pass, but you know, Jeff Bezos was so extravagant and expensive too, and so many people are suffering right now. I do believe, though, Taylor is giving to a number of charities, possibly in New York, to kind of compensate for some of the craziness of parking and everything that's going on with that event. Security.
Oh, I don't know why I have the list just closed there.
Okay, Libra,
Whoops.
so your question was what's coming your way? And I think for that we're going to do the 3 cards, not my reading. It's the 3 of Winds, the 3 of Swords upright?
Yeah, that's what that looks like.
I can check my cheat sheet, but I'm pretty sure of that.
I can tell just by looking at it, that's the 3 of Swords.
The 4 of Pentacles is upright as well. And the Fool is reversed. Sheesh, Libra.
All right, so we also have the clouds from the Lenormand. Just put those there. And the house. So that makes the house facing the dark side of the clouds.
I don't know if you're still concerned about your housing situation or whatever, because, the house just popped up in the reading, number 1. But whatever the case may be, there seems to be a lot of distress or worry or grief about something that you feel you're losing, or that was lost to you. Whether it's a relationship, something emotional, or, something that you are attached to, which could be a home or property or something like that as well, or something else in your life, Libra. I don't want to just pigeonhole it to that, because you're asking what's coming your way. There's some sorrow coming over something that you are really attached to. And I'm getting that too by combining that 4 of Pentacles there, because that 4 of Pentacles is holding on to something, wanting to hold on to something really, really tight. And whether that's financial, like maybe you're going to lose some money on something, or whether it's material, it's kind of related. I think it's related to that 3.
Well, straight up, the Three of Swords often has to do with a breakup of some sort of separation, and it's usually kind of painful and heartfelt. And so this could indicate that something you really care about is coming to the end, or you're going to be separated from it somehow. And I think Banshee's right. I think it does combine with the 4 of Gardens, 4 of Pentacles, because this may really bring out a strong sense of you wanting to hold on to it. And in retrospect, you may have mixed feelings about what this made you feel or what it made you look like to others, but it meant that much to you, that idea of holding on to something so tightly because it really mattered so much to you.
So yeah, I really combined those 2 cards together, and looking ahead, we have the Fool reversed. There's a caution here, and I don't know whether that what we just mentioned is because of the Fool reversed, or if it's going to come out of all of that too. Don't do anything that risks anything at this time, especially where your finances and resources are concerned. Be very cautious. Mercury is retrograde, and again, I just feel this is going to be a difficult time for a lot of us. So it's maybe saying you need to hold tight to something right now too. I could also combine some of that 4 of Pentacles energy to that. So it might be the struggle between, you may have to let something go, maybe more money to spend on something that you had hoped, maybe, or you have to let something go right now that's going to ultimately cost you something. And it's cautioning you not to take any kind of unnecessary risks, either in reaction to this or that could lead up to this.
The Fool is very cautionary here in this regard, and I feel it may be combining a little bit with those Lenormands there, and I think it's saying watch out for things that are going on that maybe will challenge the status quo around the home, will maybe feel like it doesn't advance anything other than some amount of confusion. So this could be saying that don't be confused by the direction you may have to choose on your own. Try to think of what's most important, and that could be the issues of solidarity or foundation around your home or your sense of home.
All right, so yeah, I didn't do the Lenormand.
All right, yeah, I kind of pulled them together.
No, that's
there.
all right. That's all right. It seems that there is some uncertainty that's either affecting your home, your comfort, or your security. And, looking at some of the cards, I could say it could be your financial or material security I'm sensing more than anything, especially with now the home card here and the the 4 of Pentacles card here. So be on your guard and, tread as carefully as you can during this Mercury retrograde. I think it's going to be, it's already shaped up in the pre-shadow to be a tough one for us. So good luck with that.
Good luck.
All right, Karishma is up. A general reading for me and Cheyenne.
All right, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Hi, Grateful.
Hey, Zach.
Yeah, we can do a message. We're actually kind of light tonight, so it won't be right away, but we're not close to even closing, of course. All right, a general reading for you and Cheyenne. I'm going to use my Star Spinners Tarot. Hi.
Oh, hey, can you plop that on
Yes.
here? Thank you.
Mhm.
All right.
All right, general reading for you and Shyam. So we don't know exactly the nature, but we assume that Shyam is somebody that is connected to you in various ways, friendship at least, or family, things like that. So the first card is the Hangman reverse. I'm just going to pull out the cards and then we'll start. And our next card is the Chariot reverse. That's interesting. 2 major arcana. And the Ten of Cups reversed. Ouch,
Oh.
and I hate reverse cards.
Good grief. The birds and the fish. Okay, your relationship since the last 4 years. Well,
Okay.
I hope it's been going pretty good. The Hanged Man indicates to me that things might be moving now. Maybe there's been a period of, I don't want to say stagnation, but maybe holding back or just nothing seeming to move one way or another in the relationship. But that seems to possibly be changing now. I'm not
There
sure.
is a change in the relationship. It may have been a little bit more provincial in the sense that maybe it wasn't strongly structured in certain ways, but it was a relationship. But maybe recently or soon, it may be changing. It may be becoming less structured. It may become a little bit more adventurous. So it could be saying that this relationship is becoming even more serious or more intimate in certain ways if it hadn't already.
I feel like progress has been slower. I mean, I think there's going to be moves happening now, but progress has been slow. The Chariot is reversed, and it's sort of indicating to me that, maybe everything's been fine and stable for a while, and so there's no need to really push anything forward, or that was the feeling about it, I think. And I don't know, with the Hangman reversed, with that energy there, I'm kind of feeling like it may change.
Well, I'm feeling a little cautionary, like I like that word, with that card too. This could be saying that the change where things seem to be more fluid or moving to an adventurous thing may have caused either of you to feel like, okay, not so fast, like maybe it's a heady experience. And so you may each or one or the other feel you need to slow down a little bit or to not be goal oriented. So for example, if there was like a lot of talk about saying, yes, let's make this more permanent and soon, maybe this is saying, okay, not that soon, like let's just enjoy what's going on now without that sense of, finalizing things or moving forward. I don't know if that makes sense, but
Well, the Ten of Cups is really what's bothering me reversed here.
I know.
But
Sad.
I think if you even have been saying that things have been, at least going well, that there seem to be stable at this time, the thing I could say about the Ten of Cups is that maybe there's just some things that you guys need to work more together on, or get on the same page, like for example, how many children you want, or if you want children, or if you are going to get married in one. So I think there are certain things that you just have to maybe make sure you're on the same page with.
I also think it's possible that this, I'm assuming that maybe you're still younger folks, of course, and that this may also involve the sense of each other's families and connections too, that to some degree there may be a concern about whether each other's families appreciate each other as much or feel, that there's, something suitable there too.
That's a good point.
And so that may be something that is a consideration too for you.
Right, because this card could indicate that there could be some family members that are trying to interfere with things or just have a different attitude about, the two of you together. So
their opinion that they try to influence.
Right. There could be that. The other thing about this card is a sense that things aren't finished yet.
Okay.
In other words, you haven't reached the goal or the finish line yet in this relationship, whatever it may be.
That gives us a little clarity, I think. So I like that.
That's
I appreciate
it.
that.
Yeah. So it's a long distance relationship. So see, that Ten of Cups, I just said it before I even looked at that, indicates to me that there's still something that's incomplete here. And that's it, because you're still apart from each other because your focus is on both of your careers. Now,
so the good news then.
Well, the good news is I think that you will be abundantly talking to each other, and also that financially you are getting your acts together. You're working on your career, you're trying to build, some solidity in your lives, and that you are dialoguing with each other about all of this. And I think that's really important. I think dialogue will continue and maybe even, become more frequent.
So Karishma also mentions that the family is maybe a possibility of interference. And thank you, Fire Spawnable. I think we can still add you, of course.
Hey, Fire Spottable. Thank you for liking it.
All right, so yes, following up with those Lenormands, Karishma, this does sort of indicate that maybe on your own communication, and maybe that extends to the family that, is trying to have their own say too, that communication needs to be abundant and really fulfilling, and everybody needs, to be respected, but everybody has their own place or level. This relationship between you and Cheyenne is not any set of parents' relationship with either of you guys. So, they can only expect so much because you're the ones that are going through the relationship.
Hey, CJ.
And you're building your career too. I mean, what more could they want, really? Hi, CJ. So I think that's what we have for you. I'm going to show the cards.
Yeah, that is what we have.
One more time, and I hope things work out for you.
Good luck with that.
Good luck.
Kara wants Oracle top and bottom. All right.
All right. Oh, thank you. That's very sweet of you. I really appreciate that. I really, really appreciate that, Karishma. Good luck to you, too, you and Cheyenne.
Well, Kara, let's try it again for you. I don't think we did it last time for you, but I'm going to use the This Might Help Oracle. Top and bottom. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that.
And you're welcome.
Oh. This box, though, really leaves a bit to be desired. I have to make sure I get all the cards out. Okay, but I did. Okay, what's next with your work bid? See that, Alicia? I'll get that down for you.
Yeah, you'll be the next one, too.
Oh,
you can probably
well,
just
then
leave
it's
it there.
right there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's right. You are next. Because it's been so hot, I've had to keep the blinds shut, and the cats, they're such gluttons for all that heat. They go underneath them and they just lay in the little beams of sunlight in the heat, because it gets pretty intense out that window.
Yeah, it's the afternoon sun, that window. Hi, Ari.
Oh, hey, Ari. I'll get you on the list after I get done with this oracle reading for Kara. All right.
We'll see.
Well, we have the Veil card, which I believe might be the High Priestess. I'll have to check. It would seem about right to me. Yep, I thought so. The Veil, the High Priestess. Okay. And the Winged Lion. And is that the symbol for Earth, I believe? Or no, it's not. It's showing my non-magical chops here. I need a cheat sheet for that. Okay, but anyway, we can start with the Veil first, and then I'll figure out where I'm going from there. The Veil is from the High Priestess. You will need to take the long way around. The High Priestess sits in front of a deep pool of water, representing the collective unconscious. Between her and the water is a veil. The story of the major arcana centers around the Fool's lifelong journey to the deep understanding represented by the waters on the High Priestess card. The veil presents a barrier between the Fool and the depth of understanding that lies beyond. He cannot pass. He is not ready for it. The Fool's journey back to these waters is an extensive one, involving massive life changes and experiences. The veil comes to you when you are trying to reach a goal via a shortcut, but you are not ready. Much like the Fool, the actual journey you must take will be much longer. So in other words, no shortcuts allowed. You have to take the journey. There's just no way around it. So whatever it takes to achieve whatever you want to work on, Kara, you've got to be in it for the long haul.
And I'm going to answer what you said there and just sort of say, yeah, maybe by inference that is something Odin might say to remember or to consider.
This is actually the suit of water, and that must be from the...
Bye, Gina. We'll see ya.
Take care, Gina.
Oh, nice. Have a great chat.
Enjoy your convo.
Much
Bye.
love to you.
The Winged Lion, courage to be vulnerable. This is actually from the Two of Cups card. So that's really interesting to me. It is not clear why Pamela Coleman Smith, artist of the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck, chose to illustrate a lion's head in the Two of Cups. The lion appears in front of the caduceus of Hermes, a winged rod within two entwined snakes. In the original Rider-Waite pictorial key to the tarot, Arthur Waite says only, "It's a variant of a sign which is found in a few old examples of this card. Some curious emblematic meanings are attached to it, but they do not concern us in this place." Very helpful, Arthur. I choose to believe the lion represents the courage that it takes to be vulnerable, an essential ingredient in falling in love. The only other instance of a lion in tarot is strength, in which the lion represents the wild parts of ourselves that can only be tamed with self-compassion. True strength is not in denying your emotions, but accepting them without judgment. So, how do these actually intertwine with one another? It's very important for you, and I'm thinking about this with the Two of
Cups.
I want to see something here with the High Priestess here. And by the way, they're both number 2 cards, aren't they?
Well, the Two of Cups is, I mean, this one is actually something else. It's
I know,
called
but
the
it's
Winged
the
Lion.
it's from the High Priestess.
No, I'm talking about the Winged Lion.
Oh, the Winged Lion is the Two of Cups.
I know, but it doesn't say two on there. I'm just telling you that.
Okay, whatever. The Winged Lion falls on a card to indicate the situation demands courageous vulnerability. Let your walls down. True confidence is knowing that you are strong enough to recover if you get hurt. So the whole thing is, you have to be in it for the long haul, no matter how much it hurts. You have to accept whatever challenges come your way. And you have to keep you have to remain vulnerable. You have to remain open to what the universe is going to put on you. Because it's important for you to, I'm sorry, you could have said something.
It's interesting that the lion is on this card too, because it then harkens to the strength card, which also too is about the stronger power of love or compassion when we're dealing with, our situations of adversity or otherwise. So we're going to throw the Lenormand to see what else that gives us here for you, Kara. The Key. And the man.
Oh no!
I know. The man and the key and the man. Well, maybe that's Odin, the antlers there. Odin did show up. You were saying it.
Well, Kara, I also think because you have the energy of two around you, I think of I'm not wearing it, but I think of my yin yang kitty shirt. And in saying that maybe your masculine side is the key here. You have to balance things out. And I think here for you to try to be too aggressive in your approach to trying to accomplish what you want in life, rather than being in it for the long haul and accepting the fact that, you're going to have to face struggles, you're going to have good times, you're going to have bad times, but you got to be in it for it all. I think that's what's key here.
There's always different challenges that people face, and sometimes it figures into their astrological makeup. Like I know, for example, that men under the sign of Cancer, it's hard for them to be that way, and they may overcompensate. And so that could be happening with other situations too. Your Taurian nature, it may be overcompensating for things, and so you have to just look at yourself and put it in perspective.
Yeah.
Or try.
So good luck with that. Interesting read. I always get an interesting read from this deck.
Already.
Good luck with that, Kara. Cat fur on my computer.
And Alicia's up.
Yeah.
And she asks,
about work bids.
What's up with the work bids? All right.
What's next with my work bids?
What's next with my work bids? And I'm going to use my...
And I got to get Erie on the list, I remember.
By any means necessary tarot. It's a little bit radical. I like it though. You're welcome. Yes, yes.
The only thing is putting them all away again. This is maybe a deck I need to put in a pouch with the booklet. It would just make life so much easier. I love the box though. I think it's gorgeous, but it does have some challenges, especially when I forget to put the cards in that I just used.
The Nine of Cups is reversed.
Nine of Cups?
Yep. The Three of Pentacles is upright. And the Five of Cups is upright.
Oh, Mercury retrograde, so
I'll say.
It can be rough. I feel like you're not getting what you desire. I'm just going to come out with it. There's the Nine of Cups there. It's hard for you to manifest the results or the things you had hoped to manifest as far as the bids go right now. The Three of Pentacles indicates to me, though, that it's possible here that, well, I don't want to go to the Three of Pentacles yet, actually. Let me move on to the Five of Cups, because I feel it plays into the Nine of Cups here. And so I don't want you to dwell on, the failures here or the disappointment that you might be feeling from this. And that's what I'm getting off of that 5. And so the Three of Pentacles is indicating, look for ways to master this. Look for ways to overcome this. Whether it's working with others in some way or enlisting some advice, or actually, trying to, maybe when I see this Three of Pentacles, I'm wondering here too, there's a possibility you should contact people you have worked for before, in order to see if you can generate something. There's something about that Three of Pentacles. It is the positive silver lining here.
Yeah, the Three of Pentacles may be speaking to alliances or collaborations or a mentorship that maybe you realize could be helpful. This may be somebody that, isn't always in the mix, but maybe it's somebody who is still accessible to you. I like what Banshee was saying there, because I don't know that this has happened yet totally, but I get the feeling that the Nine of Cups sort of says right now this climate just doesn't seem to be very responsive. You're not really getting what you want out of it, and that may of course lead to the sense that it's a lost issue, and that maybe you may need to make a big abandonment here. But that is not really true. There's something that remains, and maybe that is the sense of reaching out to someone who has helped you before, or someone who cares enough to want to be in on this.
Well, thanks for saying that last part, because the silver lining also in the Five of Cups indicates that all is not lost here. There might be something for you to rely upon or have in reserve. And see, that's where I think that Three of Pentacles comes in.
Was there another comment?
Not that I see. What are you talking about?
Because you said thanks for saying that.
I was saying it to you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Whoops. Okay.
I was saying it to you, Mr. O. I know that's a surprise.
Yes,
All
it's
right.
not
Here.
often.
I have some thoughts on this, too.
So in our Lenormand, there's a mountain, and there's the scythe.
You know what's really interesting about this combination, Alicia, and I kind of felt it right when I pulled it, and I immediately thought of Kara's reading, the reading before you, because don't think you can cut through that rock easily. So in other words, you can keep trying to chip away at this and hope for some success, but it is going to be an uphill battle right now. And I think, like I said, you may be being affected by this retrograde as well. I know I once again seem to blame it for a lot of things, but it does seem to be more true than not. So the energies may not be working in your favor right now either. But I'll tell you what, there's no shortcut way around this. You have to find a way to climb that mountain and, reach for the top.
Well, it's hard to say. I'm going to take a look at the bottom card about that. But
what?
Well, because they asked a question there.
Oh.
And that card was the upright Eight of Pentacles, which often suggests really getting with your program, getting with, what you know to be true or what has worked for you. And so this could be saying that, yes, maybe one of these things needs to be focused on over the other, or certainly more than the other.
Right, you probably need to decide which one you want to focus your attention on. But I will say this, the Eight of Pentacles is a busy, happy card. If you feel you can handle the workload and, you can take it on, do it. But this definitely indicates to me you could go either way. I would say that Mr. O has a really good point there, though, that, focusing on the one that is most important, you might have to give your attention more to one than the other. And in that case, is that a hardship for, the person expecting the work?
I suppose it's what's suggested by the scythe and the mountain, that you really do have to chip away perhaps at what the more bigger or harder problem is, and that's probably, you do have to pick one of these.
I think you could put in the work and do it, but it's really up to you to decide what you can handle. It shows you being very busy.
And it really does sort of indicate that this week is not the best week with this. Maybe the following week could be better, or sometime after this week.
Good luck with that.
Good luck.
So were you answering that as a yes/no?
I was suggesting that it does seem to think that you need to focus on something, maybe
Well, but I
one
was
over
wondering
the
if
other.
you were using the short yes/no reading.
I wasn't, but
Okay.
it could apply in a way because it is Pentacles and it says you have to work at
You
it.
have to work at it, right? And that's
Enjoy
what I
your
was
vacation.
thinking too. So good luck with that.
Yeah, I mean, that's the secondary idea is that
Take care, Alicia.
it is work, but it will resolve this perhaps if you focus on one over the other. All right.
Okay, Ladybug Love.
Hi, Ladybug. Take care, Alicia.
And there's the question. And it's my deck. Let's see, I'm going to be pulling some of these out. I'm going to use the fairy tale one because that's going to go next for Sunday. Well, I can tell you one thing you can't expect, Ladybug, that Mercury is going to be retrograde for most of the month. That's one thing for sure. Oh, Fire Spawn says we're cute. Mr. O will show off his haircut next time, I'm sure.
Well, a lot of times the hat starts to bug in me in the second hour, and I do end up pulling off my hat or my beret or
Yeah,
what
but
I'm
then you
wearing.
have hat hair.
So keep hope alive.
But then you have hat hair.
Then I have hat hair. There is that.
All right. What
can
can
you
you
expect?
expect for the month of July? Ah!
Did you drop a card?
I almost dropped this card when I picked
okay.
it up.
Oh,
It's the Tower upright.
into your life the tower has fallen. Yikes.
The Six of Cups is upright. Ah. And the Chariot's upright. Well, it's really funny me pulling that tower for you, Ladybug, for July, because July, many years ago, not many, 2020 to be exact, I pulled a tower for myself too, before a key meeting I had with people at my workplace who were telling me that they were going to offer me an early retirement because they were restructuring and I had to retire. So the tower can mean a lot of things. The tower upright obviously means something sudden happens. It could be a shakeup to wake you up. It could be something more shocking. But the good news about the tower upright, and it also happened in my case that I had it upright, is that you land back on your feet again. You tend to. You learn lessons from whatever happened. You take in what you need to from the experience, and you move on. I'm going to go card by card.
Yeah, the tower could indicate that you overshot your expectations, or you over-expected something with a sense of confidence that kind of backfired. And, you know, the typical saying, pride goeth before a fall. You might have really been thinking that, you know, more prideful or superficial aspects were going to, win the day here, but maybe that wasn't what happened. And mostly what this feels like, I mean, it could be a smaller thing or a bigger thing, but it mostly feels like you just feel you're learning something about this. No matter what it was, you are feeling that, you understood what really happened, why it wasn't going to work out, and where you could do better.
I look at the central card and I'm really intrigued by this because I have two thoughts. One thought is that it may be a standalone card in this reading because it may be something else coming your way in July. But I want to read it first in relation to what we just said with the first card and say that there may be something from your past that is the key here for you moving on successfully from this tower moment. In other words, just something you did or some solution you had to some problem in your past could work for you now. Whatever the case may be, that may be the key. But I also want to say that I have a feeling here, it's kind of like with Gina's reading when I throw out that thing about celebration. I have a feeling here that somebody might resurface from your past and there might be a happy reunion of some sort. You either, maybe you go to a wedding or some big event where you see old family, friends, etc. Or an old friend or family member contacts you and you get together. Maybe an old relationship, I can't rule that out.
In a slight possible merging between these ideas, maybe that Six of Cups could say too that this is a sense of really rethinking something from the past that maybe you thought was done with but isn't so done with. And so it could be saying a misunderstanding with a person, a friend, or situation, and somehow now, maybe a relief may show up in that maybe there's a sense of understanding what was really at the matter here. And it's not like, it's a great gnashing of teeth. It's sort of like more gentle than that. This card sort of puts a gentle spin on it, saying like things are going to work out, or things are going to show that they're going to start to work out.
Well, I feel the Chariot here is indicating that things will work out. As far as the tower goes, I do feel the Chariot is connected to the tower in some way. So I don't know, Ladybug, could this, I wonder here if this could be about travel, if you're planning on traveling, that either things get delayed or there's some shakeup. This could also be about other kind of movement in your life, that something blocks it in some way. But ultimately, I feel that it moves forward. Sometimes during Mercury retrograde, people have problems with their cars and transportation issues and things of that nature because Mercury, of course, the god Mercury, he was on the move. He's all about speed.
Yeah, at the very least, we're talking about, things that could happen, and they may not all be connected here, 1, 2, 3 kind of thing. The Chariot could be maybe another issue, just saying that, as July moves towards its conclusion, Mercury will move back in its proper motion, and this may say that your momentum or your motivation to move onward, whether it's with those things there that were mentioned or whether it's new projects, that's probably going to be a big important part of July too, is just finding your momentum to move forward. So in the Lenormand, the child shows up, and the child usually talks about taking your time to understand things or such, but also the mountains show up.
Mountains are back.
The mountains are back.
So you're going to be facing some challenges this month, and it may be, you're right, absolutely related to this tower. I wish I could give you more information on it, but I would say that whatever it is, you're going to learn something from this, and it will serve you well going forward. However, it's going to be a bit of a challenge for you. I guess maybe since he did it before, I will look at the bottom card, which I rarely do, to see if I get any hint whatsoever. And it's the Knight of Wands upright. And I kind of feel here that this could be connected to a project, a goal, something, or travel. I feel travel could be in the picture for that Knight as well. Something you wanted to move forward that suddenly you're blocked in doing. And you're going to have to work your way through it. It will be a little bit challenging, but it's not impossible.
Remember, if you were here, our first card for the collective was about patience, and of course we said that was really appropriate for the Mercury retrograde period that we're in now too. So I'm wondering if some of these things are related in that sense, that the mountain and the child are saying this is going to be hard for you to move forward through some of this, no matter what it is, and you should be patient with yourself. You should take the baby steps you need to. At some point, things will start to perk up again. The Knight of Wands has a lot more energy and speed and strength or power to kind of rise to a situation. And so if this was really about a determination, either writing what the Tower meant there, picking up the pieces of a project or a situation that wasn't working out for you, you're going to be able to do that better, I think. So good luck with that. I realize there is, still this sort of not exactly sure what it is, but it's important, it seems.
All right. Hold on a minute. So you've got a birthday next Monday. We'll look at that, CJ. I just saw that. We'll talk about birthday readings in a minute. Okay, I'm sorry. Did I miss something here?
I just concluded.
Oh, you just concluded. Well, that's what we have for you, because I had pretty much said what I needed to say about that.
All right, you're welcome.
I wish we could give you more info, but I'll tell you one thing about the Tower is it's a little bit slippery, because it's a sudden event, and sometimes you just don't get a clue. Sometimes you may have an idea of what part of your life this may involve, and other times it's not very clear. And the cards don't want to tell us either, because the message is meant to kind of wake you up. So, good luck with that. The only reason I knew was because I felt whatever was happening to me coming for a long time. And I knew it. I just knew the minute they called me to set up a meeting that's what it was about. And when I did my cards and I got the Tower, I knew. I knew everything. It's crazy. That was probably the most craziest time of my life. All right. But it turned out well. And that's my point. It does turn, it could turn around for you. So don't worry overly about this. All right. I'm sorry. I will move on to Zach.
And that's going to be my deck.
All right. And he just wanted a message. A message for me. Okay. So we could do it as my reading, I guess.
I'm going to use my Phantom Tarot. And the Phantom Tarot was a gift from one of my coworkers this last Christmas. So I like to use it. You heard me, right? No.
I said if you want to do my reading for this one,
sure,
you could, but it's up to you. I could go either way.
Just looking for a message?
Yeah.
Right.
Wow, what's going on with this stuff? It's got to be Mercury.
All right, so the message is the Two of Cups, and the Two of Cups is upright. So the message could be saying that this is a time to find harmony or trust in a relationship. It could be any kind of relationship. It could be a friendship of just you and a friend. It could be something more involved that's more emotional. It could be a partnership with people you may work with or people you know that are, in your community or in your neighborhood or that kind of thing. But I think that's what the message is saying, seek friendship or enjoy a friendship or see the harmony in a particular friendship. And of course, some of this could pertain to the sense of it being within yourself too.
Which deck is that one again?
As I mentioned, it was the Phantom Tarot.
The Phantom Tarot. All right. So, Zach, the Two of Cups. How beautiful. So, yes, this could be also discussing inner and outer harmony, integrating, the very aspects of self. Everything seems to be harmonizing. You feel whole. I feel like the message is about obtaining wholeness inside and without. And also, this could indicate that, yes, that this could be a month where you find, pleasure in your relationships with others. Close friends, family, a love relationship, whatever the case may be, there's definitely more of a sense of camaraderie and love for one another.
Trust.
And trust. Perfect love and trust, as they say.
All right, so why is this important then? And it's the reversed Seven of Pentacles. And the reverse Seven of Pentacles says is that maybe some of those ideas were sort of embedded in you, but they weren't really active at this point. They were sort of a concept that you could feel in your life, that you could feel that, you were harmonious with other people or trusting with other people, but it wasn't really a growing thing for you. And now you may feel like you can take this and grow it somehow, that you can use these feelings to open up friendships or dialogues with people or situations.
Well, the Seven of Pentacles reversed is kind of a interesting card here. I mean, it's determining whether you're happy with things as they're going in your life, and it could be as far as your own sense of wholeness goes, or it could be about your connections with others, or if it's time to blaze a new trail here. If it's trying to make new associations, new friendships, new relationships, or new relationship with yourself. As I talked about the inner and outer integration. So, I mean, it is a time of assessment in a way, but I think that one way or another, whether it's with the people you're with or if it's with yourself, you're fairly happy with things as they are, but we always should look at what more might need to be done.
So where will this ultimately go to? And it's the reversed Ace of Wands.
Okay, I think that's interesting here. I think it might indicate that maybe this is saying to stay content where you are right now. This is to stay content where you are right now, with who you are surrounding yourself with how you feel about yourself. You seem like anything new or any changes may not be a good idea at this time. And surprise, surprise, I wonder why.
Because Mercury's retrograde. Yeah, I like this idea too. I think the Ace of Wands, reversed is not necessarily a horrible card, but it is considering that, your projection outward may have mixed results. People may feel like you're overcompensating or not understand what you're trying to do. And I think that's a bit of the Mercury retrograde. So this could be saying that maybe several weeks down the line here, some things may clear up to you. Some of this may make more sense then, or we may need to consult again. Good luck. Oh wait, we're not done. Sorry. It's the tree.
And guess what's back?
The mountain.
So I think the message for you is that, I think for a while now, as you're finding your way, and looking for positivity, that you have to be aware that, you should be aware that you're undergoing a period of growing pains. That there are challenges to your growth, and you can handle it. It seems like this whole idea of pulling yourself together and feeling whole within and without, and surrounding yourself with the people that support your growth, that, the growing pains that you're going through will not be that harsh or severe, particularly when you have good people around you that can, be there for you.
It feels like as you're moving through some challenges or things that feel to be obstacles, they are really growing you. They're providing experiences where you can kind of grow a little bit, because either it's your understanding about all of that, and I thought some of that idea of understanding related to the first card or two. So I think this is really saying whatever's coming ahead for you really offers you challenges that will give you growth.
Right.
And some of that will be about how you find harmony either with yourself or within yourself and or the circumstances in your life. Good luck, Zach.
Good luck with that, Zach. And we are on Fire Spawn.
Fire Spawnable.
And Mercury Gatorade.
I like that.
For yourself too, Zach. For
That's
yourself
right.
too. All right, Fire Spawn, did you leave a question or are you going to post it? I think you're still here.
And I see Shirley has joined us. Hi there.
When did Shirley come in?
Just now.
Oh, right now. Well, Shirley, you're lucky. We didn't close the list yet. We'll add you.
We're almost close to closing it. And Mr. O took off his hat so that everybody could see his wonderful
haircut.
new haircut.
Well, it doesn't look combed the same, Mr. O. Okay, why is that there? Okay.
Okay, that's a fair question. Both of you.
Well, let's see. Okay.
That's your deck.
I think I'll use my...
Oh, okay.
Flower
I thought we got it all,
Tarot.
though. It seems to be true. I think getting rid of most of the white mustache helped too, Zach, a little bit. When I'm clean shaven, I definitely look a little younger.
Not the worst start. If you got to get a reversed card, it's the Four of Wands reversed. But the Queen of Pentacles is reversed as well. However, the Sun is upright.
Tomorrow.
You're silly.
And in our Lenormand, it's the dog and the lady.
Wow.
Of course, that could mean something else, but I'll get to that. So does Sam plan to contact you in the near future? You're in a long-distance connection, not much communication, but you want to know if the desire is in his energy, but no pressure because he's busy. So in other words, he really does feel, the connection, but business matters are kind of, keeping him a little bit away. Here comes the sun.
I think he will plan on contacting you, but looking at the Four of Wands reversed, it indicates that there is some work that maybe needs to be done here to foster better, more connection with one another. I'm sort of feeling that from the Four of Wands, but it's not a totally negative thing. What it's just saying is that anything that could be done to maybe foster, better communications, just making a commitment to talk to each other once a week, once a month, whatever, the case may be, just might help things along a little bit. And I'm kind of throwing the Queen of Pentacles reversed into this too, because I feel here like maybe both of you need to work on, caring about that more. And maybe Sam in particular does, caring for each other more in that regard, so that everybody so that you both feel like you care and need each other.
Well, I like the Four of Pentacles or Four of Wands here. I think it indicates that more or less you're both on the same page, but like Banshee says, the house isn't exactly the same for each of you. There may be tweaks that are needed here, but you both really are in some sense of the same space here. You just need to keep the commitment going perhaps and work towards that, and that's expressed with the Queen of Pentacles too. I think like Banshee says that there is a sense of working on things, and I think it also means each of you have to work on yourselves separately too.
I like that too, yeah.
Working on the relationship together is important, but being in touch with yourselves, because communication is limited, is probably really important too.
And the sun ultimately means that, there's success, there's positive vibes, there's, sometimes the sun is considered a card of marriage, so in other words, there's a deepening of a relationship. I feel here that the sun is shining on this. There is potential here. There's good vibes here. The sun just reminds me of the Beach Boys and good vibrations. So I feel real positive with that ending. And looking at the lady and the dog, I feel on both ends of the spectrum here, you have a certain sense of loyalty or trust in one another. And of course you have to have that, especially if you're kind of long distance right now. I think you definitely have a friendship, a bond of some sort with one another right now that could maybe deepen in time because of the influence of the sun here.
It's not always easy to say that the cards tell an exact picture. It's a snapshot in time, but Fire Spawnable, the sun and those following Lenormands with the whole reading makes it seem like there is sincerity going on here. Without being able to really read their mind or read the cards directly to them, there's always that questionable fungibility there. I feel the sun really does talk about the sense that maybe this person sees something in the future here. The sun often is sort of a predictor of a happy life in whatever circumstance you want to regale that. So to me, like Banshee said, I think the lady and the dog work on either end of it. I mean, maybe this is saying that they feel loyal to you, but this could also be saying that you feel loyal towards them in this situation. I think for what it's worth, it looks like you can trust that this is just, in a Mercury retrograde period.
Right. I wonder if he'll contact you through the retrograde, but, because that just puts a cramp on everything. But I do feel there's good news coming, which means to me, because the sun can talk about that, and so that indicates to me that it's possible he's going to communicate to you and it'll be good news. But there may be a delay. There may be a delay looking at that four of, the four reversed and that queen reversed.
Well, you are welcome, and thank you too.
So good luck with that. Did I Oh, there it is. Okay. You are here, CJ.
And CJ wants an oracle.
Oracle reading. And for you, I'm going to use the unicorn one. Such a beautiful deck, really. Oh, and did I not post anything? I probably did not. Mr. O, if you think you should close the list or if you want to take one more, I don't know.
Well, let's see. We have... I'll leave it open for the moment.
Okay.
But if another 10 or so minutes go by, I may close it then.
Okay.
Or earlier, if all of a sudden there's a stampede.
Aww.
Stampede in the chat room.
I always liked unicorns myself.
Oh, that's cute. Yes. I've never seen it. I've read a lot about it. I haven't read it. But, of course, The Last Unicorn, which was the book by Peter Beagle, who is a really heartfelt writer. And I guess it was made into an animated feature. Oh, it's been a while. It was probably 30 or more years ago. I know that Mia Farrow is the voice of the unicorn. And people say it's a lovely story. It's very heartfelt.
Doing anything for the 4th of July, CJ? You got the card of celebration. A positive outcome is assured. Celebrate your success. Enjoy your achievements.
I don't know why I've never seen that movie, CJ. So there it is. Celebration. Celebrate, celebrate. I think some movies are too sentimental for me, so I can't watch them for that reason. Go on.
It's time to celebrate. Your efforts have paid off and good things are on the way to you. The joyful winged unicorn invites you to celebrate even before you see any tangible signs of success. Think, feel, and act as if the most wondrous blessings have already been showered upon you. How does it look and feel when you really truly believe in the inevitability of your success? Dance around your house with delight. Let tears of gratitude stream down your cheeks. Celebrate with passion and joy. The higher you take your vibration and emotions now, the faster your desires will be delivered. Once they do take physical form, be sure to celebrate and appreciate them fully. Honor yourself as a powerful creator and a masterful receiver, and give thanks to the universe. Continue to expand your desires and allow even more good to flow your way. Ride on the waves of your celebration and let your joy activate even more positive outcomes. This is a blessed time for you, filled with the energy of success. Wow. Like wow, wow, wow.
And I think these Lenormand go really nice with it.
That's it, CJ. You've got a birthday to celebrate. So that's it. And you should celebrate it. You should celebrate it loud and proud, if nothing else. And I feel here that I love the whole concept of if you've got something you truly desire or want to go after, your next goal, your next project, whatever the case may be, it's time to celebrate it like it's already happened. You know, just keep that joyful attitude. And I love when it's a dance around the house, do the happy dance. I'm doing the happy dance right now, hoping that I can win the lottery tonight. So, you know, but really, there is power in this. And so do that. Do try to encourage the success in life that you want to achieve.
All right, so the heart and the letter.
Oh, wow. So I could look at this a couple of different ways. First off, you might get a letter or news received that will make you very happy, or you know, it will help you move forward on something that you're passionate about. I also think if you're doing any kind of writing projects, for example, you know, put yourself all in, you know, be passionate about it. I think here that you could be successful in that as well. And also the other thing about this is, why not write and make a commitment to yourself and your heart? Write a love letter to your heart about what it is you really want right now in your life, and then celebrate it.
I like that, and I also do feel that it coincides, and this could be saying that, you know, around this time of your birthday, you may be receiving a lot of messages of love from people you know, either in your family or your friendship circles or whatnot.
Could be a love invitation. I could not rule that out
You know,
either,
we never rule that out.
CJ. So you definitely have some messages coming that will, you know, hit you at heart level in a good way. So good luck with all that. Wow, nice read.
Alrighty.
So you did not want your cough drop, Mr. O?
I don't think I need it today.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
All right, so let's move on to
Airy.
Airy, and I have the question.
All right. And let's see.
I said I have it, so hold
I know,
on.
I'm just thinking of the deck I want. You're welcome.
All right. You're welcome, CJ. It's kind of very hypothetical, and it's your deck.
Okay. I'll use my Whispers of Time tarot again. Okay, so we're sort of seeing like what this experience brings to you or brings out of you, I guess, is what we're looking at. You know, how you respond.
Well, I'd like to think that you would respond well, but hey. Okay, I don't think I dropped any cards. It was just the paper. Good grief. Why are these things so complicated? And then I'm putting it in the cover. Why am I not thinking clear? There. I have another grape.
One more.
I like the back of these cards.
The Phantom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's a cool little deck. I
The
like
colors
it.
are very nice. That reminds me, I have to bring down my desert deck and my mermaid deck.
All right. The Knight of Pentacles. The Moon.
Upright?
Yes.
No.
And the Eight of Cups upright.
They're all upright for you, Mr. On that deck. That's the second time. And speaking of things coming up again,
It's the letter. And the house or home. So what will it bring out of you? Well, it could be the sense really that, you know, you feel you're moving towards, you know, Knights are movement, you know, and the Pentacles represents maybe in interactions or engagements with the material plane or the material matters. And so maybe this is saying that, you know, feeling like you really are in a relationship you want to be makes you feel you can build, you can move towards goals or objectives that you have for yourself or as a partnership.
well, it's really interesting to me seeing that card for an Aries like you, Aries. But I think, you know, meeting somebody like that that you have been desiring to be treated, etc., it's going to settle you down. I mean that. It's going to settle you down. Your energy is going to feel more relaxed. You're going to feel more balanced. You're going to pace yourself. You're going to feel like now that you can enjoy this journey a little bit. You know, that you maybe don't necessarily have to rush to move things forward, even if you want to. Because I know you have timetables and stuff. But the thing is that you're really going to feel like you can just kind of be in your comfort zone with this. And I'm going to go right into the moon card because something struck me right away about this. How is this going to make you feel, or what side of you is going to come out? The side of you that is open and vulnerable and allows somebody else in. And I feel here that you are going to establish a real kind of clicky, intuitive bond with this person, Harry. It's kind of like the one that me and Mr. O have. We can read each other's thoughts. We know what the other person is thinking, etc.
Get out! No.
Yeah, I have this thing in my head. But anyway, you know, I mean, it's like a real intuitive level connection with this person, because they're treating you well, and you, of course, are vibing with it, you know?
The moon represents a lot of things, and it represents the unconscious and a sense of numinousness and a sense of just feeling serene and feeling like things are just going the way they are. And sometimes we could say that it's more about sensing things or more about something being sensed about us. And maybe this could be saying too that this other person senses everything about you as well as what maybe you yourself feel in regard the sense of awe or wonder. The moon kind of invokes the feeling of a mystery being solved. And maybe that's the mystery of why did it take so long for you? But who knows, right?
Well, Ari, I'd like to think, you know, with the Eight of Cups here, it's kind of an odd card for this reading and considering the way I see things going here, but I can sort of see why the Eight of Cups is here. It's not that you're moving away from this person and you're deciding, I've got everything I want, but now it's not enough for me. And you're moving on. No, I really feel the Eight of Cups is here because it's saying you're going to want to take this to another level. You know, as soon as you find somebody who's treating yourself right, you're going to want to move this forward. You're going to want it to go the distance. And you're going to be ready to walk that path. I kind of feel a connection here with that Knight of Pentacles and that Eight of Cups, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and so that's what I'm seeing.
They're both about movement, and I think that the Eight of Cups says this relationship transforms you or opens you up to seeing things differently. And so the move may be more, you know, mental, emotional, rather than just saying, okay, like Banshee said, I'm done, I got what I wanted. No, that's not what's happening. And it is really about that Knight of Pentacles. So I'm going to just say that maybe that Knight of Pentacles also gives us a clue that this is a person with strong earth qualities that will match with yours, you know, perhaps, and that they may not be an earth sign, but they may have earth sign qualities that stabilize them and maybe provide this idea of, you know, finding new goals to work towards together. I like it. So that still leaves us with the
Lenormand, and I'm getting some mixed vibes here in my head about this. On one level, I want to just say that it's maybe not so much about how you will act. I think it might be more about where you'll find this. I think you do not have to go far from where you are now to find this person, believe it or not. It's not necessarily going to come from another area of the country or where you move. Or maybe if you are planning on this move and you actually carry it through, you know, before you meet Mr. Right, it could be that wherever you move to, they're not going to be very far from where you are. And I feel that there's going to be some type of, you know, direct communication. I don't know.
I don't get an exact feel from this. This is a combination I'm not really very good with here.
I would say this too, that there's one other way I can relate this, and maybe you could you might think about this a little bit. With the home and the also representing security in the comfort zone, I think you're going to let this person know that how safe and secure they make you feel, you know? Or it's possible here, they're even going to let you know that they want to take care of you, you know, and that's just going to make you feel really good.
Okay, I
about
like that.
things. I look at
I
it
would
that
go with
way
that.
too, with that combination of cards. So,
Well,
wow,
okay, right.
thanks for that question. That was really kind of an interesting reach for us, and I think it did tell a story here. So, good luck with that.
Good luck, Erin. All right, I have closed the list, as you can see.
Yes, and we're on Shirley.
Shirley, we are on
You will
Shirley.
close our show tonight. Oh, and I didn't mention about birthday readings. It seems like they're really coming out of the woodwork, and I'm already forgetting who I did when. I think there's somebody else, one or two other people that we may have to read for as well, a birthday reading, besides CJ, who just said they have a birthday coming. So we'll have to try to get that together, and maybe on our next show we can announce it. I don't know that we have a reading scheduled for our next show, so we could do CJ then, since I can't recall who else we have to do it.
The one on the 5th?
Yeah.
If we don't do it on the 5th, we could also wait till a week later, the 12th, because their
Yeah, maybe
birthday
we
is
should
on
do
the
it then
13th.
for you, CJ. And if somebody
still here.
reminds me on the in time on the 5th, then we might be able to schedule them in.
I'll send you a note about those days.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, so Shirley is up.
All right, and let's see. And the question is, what great things are coming my way in the next 7 days? Is that right? Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm going to use this one. Tarot of the Witch's Garden.
And everyone will be happy to know that Happy Hour is back at 10 a.m. this Saturday. It's July 4th, so come and celebrate with us. Get a happy message. Hey, it's for the week ahead, but maybe it gives you an idea how the year will go to celebrate freedom with TFT on July 4th at 10 a.m. Don't forget to watch my show tomorrow morning, The Emotional Exchanges. Find out if someone says, I love you, or if you'll get an emotional rescue. That's tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. It's recorded reading, so you can watch it all week long, and it is, in fact, good for the week. All right.
All right. Ooh. Well, the King of Pentacles is coming your way. That's one. Let's throw all them out, Mr. O. That's upright. But Death is reversed. And interestingly enough, the Hierophant is reversed as well.
And I'm going to give us our Lenormand 2.
What you got?
The Bouquet,
Ooh, that's a good thing.
and the sippy cup. I mean the child. Well, it is a sippy cup.
I love that picture, though, sippy cup. Yes. Oh, surely, it's not all bad. And I'm not sure if they're connected or not, or they're different things coming your way. So asking about the good things, great things are coming your way. The King of Pentacles is very positive. I wouldn't be surprised if what's coming your way in the next 7 days is maybe an opportunity to bring in a little bit more money, an opportunity to use your leadership and organizational skills to, manage your business better, or maybe to generate some new business. So it looks very positive. Or could this be a person coming your way? It could indicate a mature individual who is pretty well endowed financially. Wanted to say that. Maybe physically, but definitely financially.
That's a possibility. myself believe it's more likely that maybe with the long weekend, you might just decide to, organize better, do a little bit of, background work in your business, and maybe that will be something that will help, bring some more success there. But either way, it does feel like something positive with that card, no matter what it is.
Now, death being reversed here indicates that in some area of your life in the next 7 days, things may be slowing down a little bit or stagnating. You need to, whatever it is in your life that you feel is unfulfilling right now, you may need to try to accept the fact that something needs to change in order for growth to occur here. So maybe in the next 7 days is a time to map out a strategy to improve conditions in that area of your life. Whether it's relating to your physical health, whether it's relating to your business, or whether it's relating to your personal life, and trying to find a nice relationship with someone.
The sense of inertia that's implied by the reverse death could be the post-holiday slag. It could also be relating to
the retrograde.
It could also be related to the extreme temperature problems that the country are having in maybe parts of the world, and that causes a fatigue or exhaustion that maybe slows everything down too. So this could be a bad effect for business too in some ways, especially perhaps one like your own that, more or less depends on, climbable weather for people who want to do this kind of activity. So I am going to leave it at that. And then that takes us to, is that the Hierophant?
Yeah,
right?
It's the Hierophant reversed. And I feel here that this is a week where, or in the next 7 days, you actually will be able to think your way out of stagnation if that's what you so choose to do. In a way, I don't feel bad about a lack of growth during the retrograde because, the planets aren't really aligned for growth right now. Mercury's not aligned for that. So I'm not that worried about that, but it could indicate to me with the Hierophant reverse that you could think your way out of what is stagnating in your life right now. That's definitely a given. But also just this ability to come up with new ideas, either new ideas, new goals, or new ways of doing things. Thinking outside the box this week could really benefit you.
I think that therefore makes this kind of coincide or overlap a little bit with our Mr. Manager type there too, that maybe the effects of the retrograde kind of spur you to try to think outside the box in terms of ways you're managing your business or ways you're trying to buff it up or things like that too. And so it may favor you, considering some out-of-the-box thinking. And Mercury's retrograde, so it actually goes along with that too, that maybe a silly idea you come up with actually may have the kernel of something that will work out for you. So try to exploit unusual ideas that you come up with, think them out, or play them by other people that maybe will have your best interest at heart.
And may the fork be with you too, Zach. Eat hearty on the 4th.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to any barbecues, but
I have some burger and I have some nice spices. I'm going to spice up some Chipotle burgers for us.
Ooh, that sounds wonderful.
And the only thing I'm lacking, though, is buns. I need to go out and buy some buns. Burger buns.
Well, thanks, Zach. I hope you have a good holiday, too, whatever you celebrate.
Yeah, it's going to be too hot here for us to... I haven't heard from my son, but I'm truly hoping they're not planning on barbecuing when it's going to be 90-plus degrees.
Yeah,
it's going to be awful. Do that. I can't be out in that. But at any rate...
All right, Shirley.
Wait, I haven't talked about that. The Lenormand.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was about to mention.
Did you want to go ahead?
No, I wanted to just say we had to get to the Lenormand.
So I think here there's small joys for you this week. Little things that might add up to making you feel really good about the week overall, the next 7 days. The child is about small things, or things that maybe could grow into something bigger, but they bring you joy. They make you happy. So look at things, look at simple pleasures and things that could bring you joy this week and make you feel good, about life or just about your day. Try to do something every day to pick your spirits up and bring yourself joy. But I wouldn't be surprised if you don't get a gift or maybe an invitation from somebody to do something in the week ahead.
Well, I'm also wondering too if maybe the child could represent that a business improvement could come with somebody asking you to teach their child or maybe a couple children. So you never know. Maybe that could happen.
Yeah. So that's what we have for you. Good
Alrighty.
luck with that, Shirley.
Good luck.
Looks positive overall. Well, that's our show. I want to thank everybody and wishing you all a happy 4th for those who celebrate. I'm kind of protesting and wearing black. But we won't protest as far as, having our own personal holiday celebrations here.
I just want to eat something good.
We're always into a good party. And Mr. O's got a long weekend, don't you, Mr. O?
I do.
Yeah.
I got today off. I will have tomorrow off. I will have Saturday off. And I will have Sunday off.
So even if we're stuck mostly indoors, we'll find a way to have some fun.
Very good.
I want to thank everybody and wishing you the best in the week ahead. And come to our happy hour. We'll be here on the 4th to give you a positive, happy message for your week ahead.
Take care,
No
everybody.
scary fireworks, just positive messages for all. Take care, everybody, and we will see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye for now.